Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to hopefully the last video on this 2-litre TFSI engine. And we're going to try and put it in that hole. It's a very exciting day. Let's go. Okay, so as you can probably tell by the state of me, I've been a busy boy already today. I've got this engine out, built this engine back up. So we are ready now to try and get that in there. First things first, we need to get this engine off the stand. I've got the hoist hooked up, get it off the stand, get it on the floor, get the clutch, flywheel, gearbox, etc. all mounted on, and then we can go from there. So let's get this off, get it on the floor and go from there. Right, so with the engine hoist taken away, it should just be a case of undoing our mounts here. That's a 17 and that's a 17, so we'll get this first one out. Okay, number 1 is out. Number 2 is out. And lastly, number 4, here goes. Okay. So now we're going to get this over there on the floor, get the clutch, flywheel, gearbox, etc. mounted up. Okay, so first things first is get a flywheel on. There's this little kind of plate thing first of all that sits in between the engine and the gearbox. Get our flywheel, which is super heavy. Okay, the clutch bolts are all on and tight. So we should now, hopefully, have a very misaligned clutch. Let's try that again. Okay, so now with that clutch on and hopefully aligned correctly, it's no time to struggle and get this gearbox on.
So unfortunately, just before there, I'd knocked my tripod over and hadn't realised that it had either broken or just disconnected my microphone receiver. So unfortunately, there's going to be a little bit of voiceover in the rest of this video, but you can just see me there getting the gearbox on. It's actually fairly easy off the car.
Right guys, that is our gearbox mounted. It's so hot today, ridiculous. There's only one thing left now, and let's get it in there. So I'll get you set up out of the way. Let's see how this goes. Okay, we're about in position. So we're going to lift and we're going to struggle and we're going to see how we get on.
So having not done this before, this was quite a scary time. But yeah, you can see it's roughly in position. This isn't the ideal setup with the car on a slope, but we get the engine roughly where it needs to be. Having a little look around, I can remember from when I took it out that the sort of gearbox side came out last, so I thought that was the idea, was to swing it around and put the gearbox in first, if you know what I mean. So we get it roughly where we need it to be. Give it a little kick. Checking behind, just making sure we've got nothing pinched anywhere. I noticed it was a little bit caught on the front end, so I tried lifting it up a little bit, but that didn't work. So we dropped it back down again, pushed it back a little bit more, and then a little push, it found its way into its home.
We're sitting roughly where we want to be there. Just to go back a touch. And on this side. We're quite a way out on this side, but nothing, hopefully a little shove won't fix. Just going to raise it back up just a touch.
So to the left hand side of the engine was just close enough that I could actually drop a bolt in, just tighten it up a little bit, just so that we knew we were roughly in the right place. With that in, it kind of allowed me to push the gearbox side back and sort of pivot around that bolt that was already in. Just drop the rest of the bolts in.
Just down a bit more. I'm calling that engine fitted, guys. It's not on the hoist anymore. And there it is. After so many months, an engine sitting on its actual mounts in the car. So chuffed. Let's get rid of this hoist, figure out what to do next. This is a problem with occasion. And there she is in a new home.
So what I noticed at this point was that when I removed the engine earlier that day, I'd obviously snagged that aircon pipe and it sort of bent back, but I sort of manipulated it back into place. I think we should be okay.
Right, so I guess we'll try and do everything in reverse. I ended on this end, didn't I? So coolant bottle, fuel, aircon, heat matrix, down pipe, dog bone. Still loads to do, cheers. Right, let's do the next bit. Right, so I'm probably going to do this the wrong way because I really want to start it. So I'm just going to get as much or as little as I can on. I think so. Because that'll be a nice way to end the video, right? So I'm going to start the back, coolant matrix, down pipe, and then we'll go from there. Coolant matrix pipes, you've got those quick ones connected things, so just pull it back, wheel it on. Okay, we're going to do something stupid I think, but we're going to try and start it fairly soon. We've got everything down here plugged in, according to the labels at least. We've got the gear selector on, we've got the coolant matrix set up. We've just got to put the big plug into the ECU. Just quickly on this side, we're going to connect the coolant bottle, we're going to connect the charcoal canister, and then we're going to put some oil in, and then we're going to send it. Okay, so we've got the coolant bottle on, we've got the charcoal canister on, with the fuel lines connected, we've got all the electricals connected I think, we've got the coolant lines back connected. I'm going to fill it up with oil. I know this is a ridiculous thing to do, but it's getting late and I want to hear it start before bed tonight. So let's go. Top up with oil. Right guys, we just took the battery up. The core packs are unplugged. So all we want to do at the moment is just turn it over. See if it turns over.
Okay, so this was a scary moment. Sitting in the car for the first time in a while. When I turned that key and I heard that whine of the fuel pump or whatever it is, I was quite happy. And then yeah, there you go, it turns over. Super chuffed at this point.
We've circulated some oil. Do that another couple of times, get the oil pressure up, and I'll connect the core packs and we'll go for it.
So off camera, turned it over a couple more times, the battery started to get a bit low, so I panicked and thought, right, well, we've got to do it. So here goes. honestly, I couldn't believe it at this point. I know it sounds a bit tractory, but the downpipe wasn't connected at this point. But it seems to idle okay. As you can see, I was a little bit happy with that.
Guys, it started, I can't believe it. I don't know how many monsters it's been, but it's been a slog. There's still obviously a little bit to do. Yeah, it doesn't quite look pretty yet, but just hearing that engine start, surely got to be worth a like and a subscribe today, right? It really mean a lot to me. It'll push me on just to finish this little build off. I guess today's video is probably going to be quite short. There wasn't a lot of talking, there was a lot of sort of behind the scenes action, but we heard the engine start for the first time. It didn't blow up. It sounded fairly alright from where I was sitting. I know we only ran it for a few seconds, but guys, I'm over the moon, I'm chuffed. I'm going to end this here today. It's getting quite late. Next time out, we'll finish off the wiring, we'll put the front end on. We might even get to go for our first test drive. Let's do it. See you next time, guys.